So late November of 2024, this young man identified as Mr. Samuel Chukwu was accused of beating and unaliving his 24-year-old pregnant wife, Princess Jessica. While rumors were ongoing, he came out to give his own version of the story, saying that he had no hand in the death of his wife, that in fact it was the mother-in-law's negligence and deceit that unalived his wife. Now this is his own version of the story. He said him and his wife got married March 2023, that before they got married, he was living in Lagos and the wife was living in Aba with her family. But immediately they got married, he took his wife to Lagos to be with him, and she took him. He registered her in a renowned hospital in Lagos for her antenatals and monthly checkup. Then he invited his mother-in-law around January 2024 to be with them so the wife can get proper parental care. That while the mother-in-law moved with them, everything was going peacefully and fine. Then somewhere around May 2024, the mother-in-law said she wanted to return back to Aba, which she did. 1 month after the mother-in-law returned, she called and requested that they send her daughter over to her, that she wanted to personally oversee to the delivery of her daughter. He wasn't comfortable with the whole idea of the wife traveling to Aba to deliver when he has already paid for hospital here for her to put to bed. But come on, this is his mother-in-law requesting, so he felt like she would be in a better position to watch her daughter give birth, which he finally obliged to. He made all the necessary arrangements and carried his wife himself to Aba and returned back to Lagos to carry on with his own work. While he was working, he was constantly sending her money, that he was sending her 47,000 naira every month for her monthly upkeep. And he was also sending alongside toiletries, all the things a pregnant woman needed to be comfortable. He was sending them in bulk from Lagos to Aba. That at the time he went to drop Jessica, she was already 7 months pregnant. Now they called him 21st of August, telling him that his wife had gone into labor. Before then, he had already paid for hospital for her to put to bed, and he sent them 25,000 naira to convey Jessica to the hospital to deliver, not knowing that Jessica's mother had another plan. He said Jessica started active labor on the 20th of August, but did not inform him throughout their conversation that his wife did not inform him that she had gone into active labor. That he feels the reason they did not inform him was because his wife had planned not to go to the hospital, and they know if they had informed him, he would have asked them to take her to the hospital that very day. So they only called him the next day when it was very serious. Him believing that they are taking her to the hospital for the fact that he had already sent them money for transport and made all the arrangements needed. He did not know that the mother-in-law had other plans, that the mother-in-law wanted Jessica to give birth at home, which he classified as a poor parental guidance during pregnancy. They called him hours later to tell him that Jessica had died after giving birth, that the placenta of the child didn't come out. So he was shocked, because I sent you money to take her to the hospital to go and give birth. How come you're telling me that placenta couldn't come out? What happened? Him being curious, he decided to travel to Aba immediately with his brother to find out what happened, because it was said that immediately she died, that the family members did not even bother to conduct an autopsy. They didn't do any checkup, despite them accusing him of unaliving his wife. They did not do any medical checkup, any autopsy. They just buried her immediately. So he wanted to get to the root of the whole issue, to know what happened. Immediately him and his brother arrived at Aba, the angry family member lynched at them and started beating them, that they left him with a swollen skull, fracture, and profuse bleeding in his face. That it was through the help of some local police that they were rescued from what they classified as a near-death experience. That immediately they left, they had to go to the police station and filed a case of an attempted murder. That while the case is ongoing in court, his lawyers are gathering all the evidence needed to prove him innocent, that he had no hand in the death of his wife, that even his WhatsApp conversation, his call log, is evidence that they had a peaceful marriage, that he was constantly checking up on his wife. Despite the wife being away from him 2 months before the tragic incident happened, he was still checking up on his wife. They can even verify from their neighbors in Lagos where they lived if he was beating his wife, that he had never raised his hand on his wife, that even the medical reports, her checkups, her antenatal reports will show that he wasn't beating his wife, that his wife did not die as a result of him beating his wife. He is blaming the mother-in-law, saying that his wife only died as a result of the mother-in-law's negligence and deceit, thereby depriving his wife of a proper prenatal care during pregnancy, labor, and childbirth. For him, the placenta not coming out is solely as a result of the poor medical care his wife received, that his wife was not given proper medical care. So all the blame should go to the mother-in-law, who deprived her of a proper prenatal care during her pregnancy. He believed if they had taken her to the hospital to give birth instead of leaving her at home, she wouldn't have died. To him, he feels that the people that the mother-in-law brought to help Jessica put to bed are unprofessionals. So why they are gathering all evidence to prove he's innocent, that they should disregard any information saying he unalived his wife, That how was it possible that he was beating his wife from Lagos while the wife was in Aba? The wife left him on the 28th of June and died on the 21st of August. How was it possible that he was beating his wife from Lagos in Aba? That it was just a tragic incident that happened, and he is blaming his mother-in-law. That while the matter is in court, he's gathering unnecessary evidence. So please, while he's gathering his evidence, what do you think about the whole story? I feel in a way he loved his wife, like he said, that even while they were apart, he was still doing his husbandly duty. He was sending her money. He was sending her toiletries. He was sending her all the things she needed to be okay. He was constantly calling her, checking up on her. So there was no way he could have probably unalived his wife. While he has given his own version of the story and we are waiting for the court's version of the story, please, what do you think about this whole story? Is there an atom of truth in what he's saying? Was he really beating his wife? Did the wife truly die as a result of the mother-in-law's negligence? Was she as a result of greed? What do you think about the whole story? Drop it under the comment section, and don't forget to share this video.